we were able to get an STTR phase 1 and phase 2. And I will say this about a grant, that I had written several unsuccessful grant proposals, and I was complaining to somebody, and they said, well, who's the toughest, most critical person at seminars that you know? And I named a person, I won't name them here. And they said, so ask that person to review your grant. And I said, oh, I don't want to do that. And they said, well, it's better here than where they're going to give the money. So again, ask, because I'm thinking, I'm going to ask that tough person. They'll say, no way, that takes too long. But they did it. So even though the person seemed tough in seminars, maybe he was just trying to give advice. And so fine-tooth comb went over my grant, so many good ideas, but a lot of times it was just moving this to there and saying it, wording this sentence this way is easier to understand. Anyway, it was awesome, and I got that grant. And then we got the STTR phase 1 supplement. So don't be afraid to see if there's a supplement, if there's something, an additional that you could do with the phase 1, or a reason that something's costing more. Don't be afraid to ask for it, because they can be quite large even as compared to the phase 1. And then meantime, a lot of times if you have an NIH grant, there could be a matching grant. Somebody else is interested in what you do because you already have some kind of validation. Because we have STTR funding at that time, we went to NIH meetings to find out more about other things that could help companies. And we learned about the NIH, the National Cancer Institute NEXT program, which is the NCI experimental therapeutics program, where they help your company do what it needs to have done next. So those are the avenues that we are looking at and we keep looking at to move forward. We're recently awarded, that we're very excited about, is the National Cancer Institute's NEXT program. I've mentioned it, but I wanted to describe it a little more. It's the experimental therapeutics program. And these are actually next slides because they got some data, confirmatory data. So that was the first thing that they did. But I want to go back to their first slide because I was excited to see that, I don't know if it was accidentally left there, but it shows that our grant was ranked #1 of the ones looked at that year. So this is what they're going to be doing. First, it's milestone driven, so it doesn't guarantee all the milestones, but if each milestone is successful, we should be able to move to the next milestone. So the first milestone was just confirming, are they going to find the same tumor targeting ability that we do, that our antibody goes through the body and binds the tumor? And they did find that. And they didn't do it exactly the same way we did. They did it slightly differently. So it's a great third-party validation of what we did. And that's important to pharmaceutical companies as well. And the next thing that we'll be doing after that is making our antibody under GMP conditions, which means they'll be making it patient quality. And these steps are things that are very hard to get venture or pharmaceutical companies or anybody interested in paying for, because they're a little boring. It's just production, but it can cost $2 million. So it's really important. And then they'll do the IND enabling toxicology. So in animal models, they'll show that doses of our antibody does not hurt the animal. And then they'll be able to write the FDA IND application to get our antibody ready for the clinic. So we're very excited about this enabling NEXT program so that we can get to the patient.